Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing today? Hello. What's up? Sharise Johnson Moore here. Hey, how y'all doing? What's up? All right. This is our fourth day of the post-publishing Power Move segment for 30 days here for all aspiring first time authors and experienced authors. So I want to welcome you in to the event of a whole month now for 30 days straight. And I do not plan on missing not now day now. Okay. Right. I want to say hello to everyone. My name is Sharise Johnson Moore, and I wanted to welcome everyone in to today's segment. You know, we got to, we got to, we have to share the knowledge that we have, right? And God has put me on this path of sharing what I know. I am the author of 3 published books: Coming to Loving Yourself, Coming to Loving Yourself Study Guide, and I am a co-author in Stand Up, Resilient Black Women Who Are Shaping the World with Their Faith, along with other authors in the book, right? And this is the book that I did with Miss Arnett Garner and 15 other authors. If you keep up with my page, you keep up with what I do, that is, that's me in a nutshell. Today I will be sharing with you behind the brand, who I am, what I do. Let's start from the very beginning, right? So, my name is Sharise N. Johnson Moore, and I am the owner of Sharise N. Johnson Moore LLC. The company was created in 2016. That's when I got the legal paperwork done. Right? Start out with that legal stuff, so Uncle Sam don't be talking about, oh, you owe us some money. I don't want to owe Uncle Sam nothing. And I am 54 years old, and I live in Uniontown, Pennsylvania. I was born in Brooklyn, New York, and I was raised in Portsmouth, Virginia, though. So I come from many places, and this business was started out of grief, right? I had lost my grandmother who raised me, my father, and my mother all behind each other consecutively. And I was sitting in my mother's funeral. And in that process, sitting in my mother's funeral, I heard the voice of the Lord speak to me, and he said to me 3 times, now it's time for you to write your book. Okay, 3rd time, I said, okay, Lord, whatever you want me to do, I will do it. Okay. Come home from my mom's funeral and started writing this book. Started handwriting this book. This is an autobiography, inspirational self-help book. And I wanted to say, it started with a book. It started with that particular book. And my business has flourished since then. And I have gone through many changes with my business. It started off with a book, and then God kept giving me ideas about different things, and those things turned into, I have a bachelor's degree in theology. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology, and my life before I started this business was not good. Keep it real with y'all. Keep it real. Okay? Because it is a thing of, it's not where you start, it's how you finish. Not how you start or how you finish. And those 3 deaths had a very important impact in my life. And they changed my life for the better, because before, I'm keep real, before I was an author, I was a stripper. I was a drug addict. I was a prostitute. I was a thief. I was all those things of the 7 deadly sins. Okay. I've always kept it real with people. If you see my previous videos, I do share this fact with people, tell my story, and all the things that I have learned in life as the individual, and how God was watching me the whole time in this journey. Even though I went through some trials and tribulation, God was still watching me. Okay. So, and then God said, okay, now it's time for you to do something different. And the book is where it starts with the three deaths, which was a major life change for me. And it changed my life for the better. Grief didn't, in my grieving moment, grief made me think about where I wanted my life to be, what I wanted my life to look like for the rest of my life. And yes, I was so worried about what people were thinking about me. I used to have that problem. Okay, I used to worrying about their opinions, or worrying about how I dress, how I look, things of that nature. And now, since those 3 deaths, I really have to be free. I'm really free, and I'm loving me. You're maybe wondering how I come up with the title of this book. Title of the book, God gave it to me. It says Coming to Loving Yourself. And in this book, in the process of writing the book, I freed myself from all the stuff I was holding on to. I was holding on to being abused as a child, sexually abused, feeling abandoned by my parents because my parents did not raise me. I felt a lot of things in life, and I felt unwanted. I felt tolerated, not loved. I felt all these emotions, holding on to all these emotions, and I let all these emotions go in this book. So, if you would like to purchase the book, put your email in the chat and I will send you an invoice. And the day this book is being sold for $10. Okay, $10 plus shipping and handling, $10. Okay, $10. Only the people that's in this live broadcast will be able to get this book for $10. Send me your email. You put your email in the chat. And I will send you the invoice and you get this book for $10. Okay. I wanted to say who's behind the brand? Me. I've come a very long way into really feeling comfortable with myself as an entrepreneur. When I first started this business, I didn't know what I was doing. I ain't no child. I didn't know nothing. Okay. I didn't know nothing. But I had to first change my mindset. It started with my mindset. In that process of changing my mindset, I realized that I could accomplish anything as long as God was with me. I could accomplish anything in my life as long as God is with me, right? And that's something I realized during the process of writing that book. That no matter what I went through, God was always there. And why should He leave me there? He's never forsaken me, or made me hungry for bread. And my thing is that life may be lemons, but you gotta learn how to make some lemonade, child. Make lemonade. Squeeze it, peel it, whatever. Peel it back. Like an onion or something. And learn how to really cultivate what God has placed down inside of you. Okay. So with that, the book came and didn't know how to sell the book. I just sold it to anybody. And in the process, I started watching other people that were authors, and I started taking notes. And a particular young lady, I have been watching her and watching her and watching her. Her name is Audrey Richmond, right? Audrey Richmond. And she is a marketing strategist, and I sat and watched and took notes. Then, I had to learn how to change my mindset of getting out the free zone, wanting to get all this information for free. And in the process of that, I learned how to invest in myself. The investment started where you paying for certain things, the book cover and the lawyer for to set your business up and things like that, and then it accumulates. It accumulates to other things that you want to invest into your dream. And in order for me to better myself, I decided to invest more money and invest in other people's businesses that were teaching. So in this 9 years of having this business, I have taken the coaching classes. I have taken the Audrey Richmond has this class. It's called Unclone Launch Circle. And I took that class for 13 months. Okay. And and I had to, come up with these ideas. Being an entrepreneur, first time entrepreneur is not an easy task. But I went out, I went and did this. I did this with my head held high, and I thought of offers. And I think my first offer was the Authors Excerpt Sunday program. At first, if you go through my YouTube channel, you will see I really started with ministry. Ministry is where I started my channel, where I am a singer. I've been singing since I was 7 years old, and through all the stuff I've been through in my life, I'm still surprised I can hold these notes, and I praise the Lord for allowing me to still be able to sing. That is my first love, is singing for the Lord, because I've been singing in church since I was 7. I got away from church, I got away from God, I got into the world, and I'm still surprised I still can sing. So, singing is the first love, but this entrepreneur thing became very new to me, and I learned that I had to use everything that I got. I use everything that God has given me, gifts and talents, to make it a business. I had to come out of the hobby lane with singing at the church. Everybody asks you to sing and things like that, and they ask you to sing and not getting paid. And the thing is, I've learned how to speak up for myself as being an entrepreneur, speaking up and knowing my worth of what I'm worth and what I know. My knowledge pays me. My knowledge pays me. I had to learn how to, the stuff that we know, that we create these businesses for. We have to learn how to write it down, make it plain, and put a price tag to it. Okay, put a price tag to it. Don't just, I'll help. I'll do. I used to do that. I used to really do that a lot, where I was always helping others, and then, kind of expecting people to support me when I asked them for the support. I'm gonna give y'all this info, this little tidbit here, right? Until I got, I, I had to learn how my time was worth money. I had to learn that time was worth money. Everything I do now has income to it. And I'm still, even though I'm 9 years in this, in being an entrepreneur, I have changed my niche over the years. Where, I give you this long title. Hello, my name is Sharise Johnson Moore. I am such and such. I used to get. Now I've gotten, and I have blocked me in my niche as a publishing consultant and visibility coach, because that is what is drawing me. That's what's drawing me, is I want to help others get exposure for their books, their business, their what they do, whether it's IT, whether it is where you have a business and you need this exposure and you need to talk and you need interviews. And those are some of the things that I do in my business now. But when I first started my business, it was okay. I was just asking my friends. I knew they were authors. Okay, come on, do this interview. I would record the interview, post it, things like that. And it really accumulated. It really snowballed into an effect where I was authors and then entrepreneurs. Then I had a show called Think About It Sunday, right? Then I had another show called Let's Talk Sunday. And then I had another show called Authors Extra Sunday. And I decided to recently, I just revamped my business. I revamped my business. During this entrepreneurial process, you will go through a multiple of changes. A multiple of changes. A multiple of changes in business. And you do not stay the same. You're always going to evolve. Okay, say you write a book one day. You write the book, okay, they know you as an author. Okay, then you start getting speaking events. Okay, now you're author and a speaker, and then you come into other things that you have learned how to love about yourself, and you would like to share that with the world. You are always evolving as a entrepreneur. An entrepreneur has the most widest ranges of occupations in this world I've ever seen, right? And the thing is that you must love what you do. Love. I love what I do. If you don't love it, ain't no need to have no business. I'm just keeping it real with you. It's, and then how they say you got a passion for something. Do have a passion, but does that passion really is it really what you want to do, or you're just hopping from one thing to this thing to that thing to this thing? And then I had to during my revamp, I was informed to take away some of the extra stuff. Like I used to have t-shirts for my book covers. I used to have t-shirts. Those are no longer in the business. And I had to niche it down, bring it into a smaller demographic per se, as me being all over the place. Oh, I could be a media mogul, and I could be this, and I could sing, and that. Yes, I could do those things, but how many things can you do in entrepreneurship? Because each thing that you do, you got to file taxes for that stuff. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Woo, don't get me started with Uncle Sam, okay? But the thing is when you niche down what you're doing, it becomes more comfortable for you. When you trying to write a book, and you trying to do a podcast, you trying to do a magazine, you trying to do this, you are stretching yourself thin. And this is one thing I learned from Miss Audrey Richmond. She says, conquer one thing at a time. Do one thing at a time and finish that to completion. Then move on to your next project that you have, right? So I've learned how to not try to pile everything on my plate as an entrepreneur. I've learned how to take off. Okay, I'm not gonna do those 4 shows I was doing. Okay, and trying to do. And I had another podcast. I decided to start a podcast. That was the Sharise Johnson Moore podcast. Then when I revamped my business, I put everything into a place of order, where it is the More Connection newsletter, the More Connection podcast. I still have my YouTube channel. I still put up videos, things of that nature. I'm singing, and I have been commissioned to do several songs, theme songs for other business owners. And that's been a pleasure for me. And I have learned how to really not overwhelm myself. We do not want to overwhelm ourselves with thinking everything that's presented to our table in front of us on this plate that we got to do. We don't got to do all that. Look, the word is no. I have learned that word. Learn that word, because if it does not align with what you're doing, do not do it. Don't, I got to do this for somebody. I got to do this for. Don't be afraid to say no. Please don't. Don't be afraid to say no, because no is a whole sentence. Okay, it's a whole sentence. And you do not want to overwhelm yourself, because I've been there before. I've tried to do all those things in my business. I tried to make everybody else happy. I tried to do everything for everybody else. Okay, I'm gonna do this for Sally. I'm gonna do this for John. And I was like, wait a minute. But when I asked in return for the support that I was giving everybody, I saw no return in the investment, no reciprocity. That's another thing you will learn in your business about reciprocity. And it's so important that we get to the understanding that everything is not for us to do as entrepreneurs. We have to stay within the gates that we create, and we have to have boundaries. Okay. And in this new business that I do have, yes, I have created me some boundaries. Okay. Boundaries is very important. Okay. And I'm going to say this, the ones that have supported you, support them. Support them, show up for them, okay? Because that is building collaboration, that is building relationship, that is building friendships that will last, okay? Because you're sitting down and you're talking and you're having this idea moment, and your idea fits with their idea, and that's what collaboration is about. So and the thing is that one thing else I have learned in business is you got to step out on faith. Step out on faith when it comes to your business. Sometimes you got to go out there. Sometimes you go alone. Everything is not, stepping out on faith means listening to what God's asking you to do, even when you don't see forward. You step out there anyway. In my business, I have stepped out to Angel Wright. She was the first person to interview me with my book, Angel Wright, and now she is the she has Speak Up Sis magazine, she has Speak Up Sis podcast, she has Speak Up Sis LLC. So and I have come across a lot of other business owners that we have become close with, and we have collaborated. And that when you step out on faith, that means sometimes you go out here and support other businesses. Go out and support other businesses and put yourself out there. That's a media. That's a media. Speak Up Sis magazine is a media way for you to have visibility in media and magazine. Okay? So don't sit around and twiddle your thumbs. Don't do that as an entrepreneur. Put yourself out there. Tell the people what you are about. And hold your head up high. And do not look down for nothing. Because ain't nothing. You can't. I heard this saying, if you looking down, you can't see what's coming at you. You can't see the blessings God is bringing to you if you steady looking down. And it calls for a different mindset when it comes to your business. And it calls for you to put your business first. Yeah, we may, we may be in our feelings sometimes about, they not supporting me, and they not doing this for me, and it's 8 trillion people out here, billion, trillion high. It's an 8 there, right? And we have to learn. We can't stay in a box. That's another thing you want to learn about business, is that don't get stressed out because that didn't work out for you. Keep it moving. You got to keep it moving. Yes, I have had been in my head situations, moments, many days, and I have stayed stuck sometimes in my business, and my business has taken a hit, right? Because of me not thinking ahead, me not really sitting down and what is this gonna cost me? What is this really gonna involve? And that's the questions that we have to ask ourselves as entrepreneurs. okay, let me plan this idea I got. Let me go into deep thought, talk with God about it first, then write it down, the ideas he might give you to go along with what he wants you to do with your vision. And everybody ain't for you. Put that out there too. Everybody's not for you. Everybody's not. Everybody's not for what your business does. So you have to find other businesses or other owners that need your services that specifically meets their needs. That's another thing. Some of our services ain't meant for Tom, Dick, and Harry to get, or to buy or to sell to. We have to learn how to have a niche and work within that niche that we are working in to sell to the right people, okay? To be in front of the right people. And please do not stop networking. I always, in my course of my day, my course of my day is I start off with prayer with God. I start with prayer with God. Start off with the prayer. Got to spend time with God first because he's the head of my business. He's not, I'm going to say that now. He the head about my business now. I did not know that when I first started, that I had to include God into my business, even though he was giving me the ideas, but I didn't fully understand that concept. And sometimes I would lose that focus of putting God first with the decisions about my business. And like I said, network. Don't be afraid to go on these social media apps and network your stuff, child. Okay, you got a book. I'm be in your DM. I'm going to be in your SMS. I'm going to be in an email. I'm going to be everywhere, right? Because more eyes on your stuff, the more eyes and the more people you know, the more people see what you're doing, what you're presenting. And I had to come to that rationalization. I had to come to that rationalization. The less access they have to access to you, the better it is. All attention ain't good attention. I'm gonna just leave it at that. We have to have discernment. We have to learn how to have discernment when it comes to the people that we have in our circle, the people that we have in our midst, the people that we do business with. We have to be conscious. We have to, really, vet people now these days, real, because I'm gonna just keep it real. There's a lot of scammers out here, a lot of scammers. People playing like they got a business and they really don't got no business. And love what you do. Passion. Love what you do. Love what you do. Love what you do. Love what you do. And get in with a group that you can trust, a group that not just talks about business or your books, but you can talk about your personal life too, and it ain't gonna be heard outside of where you talking at. Okay? Get you some real close friends, some real close ones. Okay, real close. Okay, because it makes all the difference. Because sometimes, even though you're an entrepreneur, you still have your ups and downs. I had my share of life's ups and downs. Okay, we know that's Gladys Knight, right? So, and get in a group that you can really get into and feel free to be yourself. Like in the morning, I meet with Miss Ardenae Garner and the group of women that we have together called the Resilient Black Women on the Clubhouse app, and then we go into good morning, good morning, good morning. It's time for Resilient Black Women. Oh, yeah. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's time for Resilient Black Women. Oh, yeah. God woke us up this morning, starting us on our way. It's time for Resilient Black Women. And one to say, do not be afraid to be you. Do not afraid to do lives, to talk about your business, talk about your products or your services, okay? And that's one of my services is if you have a wedding, birthday, funeral, um, you know, uh, church program, come on, see me. Come on and see me. Come on, see me. Because I do have opportunity, spots available. My calendar is open for singing and speaking engagements. And while we talking about speaking engagements, okay, so I will be a speaker at the third Stand Up Authors Revival and Awards Conference, October the 3rd through the 5th, 2025. In Charlotte, North Carolina at Embassy Suites, and I have put the link in the chat for if you would like to purchase tickets. That's an event I'm going to in October. Other things that I have going on is this program, which is post-publishing author move, power moves for the 30 days, where I share all things about publishing. And this is the segment entitled Behind the Brand. Okay. So tell your story. Tell what you do. Do your video, your intro video. I got one at the beginning of my YouTube channel. If you have not seen it, it is off the chain. Okay. When I revamped my business, I put me a new welcome video in my channel space. So, and then I have the Publish Now What coming in September. I tried to launch this last year, was not successful. Okay, it was a total flop. Okay, but something say get back on the horse and grab the reins and ride that sucker till his horseshoes come off, right? So I decided to pull this back out and try it again. That is one thing in your business. Sometimes you can put things out and they do not work. And then sometimes okay, that don't work. Okay, let me keep moving. Do not get stuck in the failures, the things that do not work. That's another thing I learned from Miss Audrey. Do not get stuck in the things that may not have worked at that time. It may not be what God wants you to do at that moment. He may want you to bring it out later and represent it. Okay, so I'm representing my Publish Now What. It starts with a free webinar. It starts September the 6th of 2025. It is 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's broken down into 4 segments. Publish Now What free webinar starts September the 6th of 2025 and is broken down into 4 segments. That means 4 Saturdays in September, you will get a whole bunch of stuff. And you have to be present. You have to be present in order for the give. I got giveaways, I got freebies, I got checklists, I got a whole plethora of stuff to really give away to help other authors, to advance their careers. One giveaway is a one-on-one publishing strategy session. And another giveaway is the one-on-one visibility session. And those are 2 main giveaways that I want to tell you about that I'm giving away during the Publish Now What free webinar that starts in September. So the link is in the chat and you can turn around and register today. Okay, register. Then I got some other stuff I want to give y'all. I want to give y'all some other stuff. So you got to come in and be in the place to be in order to get these freebies and the giveaways and and all the teaching that I want to teach authors. I want to give you the knowledge that I have learned over these 9 years. I want to give you this knowledge. And I will be introducing the Publish Now What full course during the Publish Now What free webinar. So be ready. Okay, be ready. And I will give you all the details for that course when you come to the free webinar for the Publish Now What. Okay. I wanted to say it has been an honor and a privilege. Tomorrow, I want to let you know that tomorrow is Q&A day. Q&A day. Live Q&A. So I will bring you on stage if you would like to be a come and ask your questions, or you would like, to ask your questions. Let me know. Let me know what's going on. Let me know how everything is going. Let me know. You can send it to me in an email at snjm@ShariceNJohnsonMoore.com about your questions. If you have any questions for tomorrow is live Q&A day. Okay. Tomorrow is live Q&A day, and I have something special for you tomorrow, so you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. Okay. So, yes. And so, if you would like to check out my media interview service, book publishing consultation, faith-based entrepreneurial consultation, and talk to me about being your special guest at your singing or speaking conference that you have, please, you can check out my website to reach out to me and communicate about how you would like for me to serve you. I wanted to say, reach out to my website. It's here on the screen, ShariceNJohnsonMoore.com. So that, make it do what it do. Welcome to the post-publishing power move. That's what we're doing today. Tomorrow is Q&A day. So if you have a question you would like to ask, please go reach out to me in my email and send me your questions, and I will read them on air. I will be taking 10 questions tomorrow. 10 questions. 10 questions about publishing. Okay? Publishing, what you do before the publishing, before you publish the book, from the process, beginning process, what you do with your manuscript, what you do before your manuscript is finished. Then we get to that publishing thing, and then what you do after you publish the book. I will be taking questions in those texts, those topics, and send me your questions and I'll answer them to my knowledge, the knowledge that I know. Okay. I wanted to say I love you all. And if you don't got your ticket to this event, child, you better get it. Third Stand-Up Author Revival and Awards Ceremony. It is a conference. It is October the 3rd through the 5th, 2025. Founded by Miss Ardenae Garnet. Miss Ardenae Garnet. Yes, Miss Ardenae Garnet. And I wanted to say shout out to her and her crew for coordinating this event. I went last year. Oh my God. I was I loved it. I also had this other announcement that goes along with this. If you need a space, room to stay, I'm taking roommates. Okay, I'm taking roommates. I ain't got space for 3, and first come, first serve. Right. Reach out to me in my email for that as well about the roommates for the third Stand-Up Author Revival and Award Ceremony. This is my private offer. This is something that I'm offering from me to you. 3 people. Got room for 3 people now. 3 people, first come, first serve. Keeping it real. And I would love to have you come and we, kick it, go to breakfast and things like that. And we had so much fun last year. And I was like, oh yeah, I got it. And when she said these tickets was on sale, I went and got my ticket. Okay. I heard up and got my ticket. Okay. And I will be a speaker this year at the conference. Okay. So come out, come all. You don't want to miss it. They have a couples can buy tickets with a couple events and special sessions, and we have all kind of talkers, speakers, MCs. We gonna get prayed over, we gonna be laid out, because I know what's gonna happen. I just know what's gonna happen at this event because it was off the fire. It was fire. It was fire. Well, fire last year, so I know it's gonna be off the chain this year too. So come on out, come on out, come on out, come on out. You know, come on out and come on out and come on out to the Stand Up Author Revival and Awards Conference, October the 3rd through the 5th, Charlotte, North Carolina, Embassy Suites. It's www.authorrevival.com. You can purchase your tickets there, okay? And I want to send another shout out to another person. She probably wasn't expecting this if she is watching. Hey, let me see. I have another shout out for you. Her name is Sarah Osby. Sarah Osby. See, this is what I do. I'm the exposure lady. I'm the unvisibility lady. So, I'm always, I love supporting other people's businesses. Okay, this is what I do. Okay, so we got Sarah Osby, and she's got Voices on Paper. It's an 8-city book tour. Her next day is August the 30th. 2025 in Charlotte, North Carolina, and she will be having Danica Lundy, Bobby Goodwin, Danica Lundy. I think Ladidra Penn is an author, author in this event. Rachel Branch. They will be the authors that will be on that tour. Danica Lundy, Bobby Goodwin, Ladidra Penn, and Rachel Branch. And I want to send a shout out if you want to get your ticket for that. It's called